Welcome to Code Jargon. In this video, we are going to look at errors in C++. When writing a code, errors are some things that is likely you will meet on your way. So today we are going to look at what kind of errors is likely you are going to meet and how we group them in computer programming. It cuts across, just that how we handle it in programming language varies. Okay, so now let's get started. When you talk about errors, we are just talking about a situation whereby your project runs abnormally. It's either your project was forced to terminate, or the output that was given to you was different from what you were expecting, or the compiler detects an error, then you need to fix it before you can execute your code. So these are the likely events that can happen when you are writing C++ code. So the first thing we are going to look at um, is the syntax error. So the syntax error at times is called compiler error. You don't need to run your code before you know that there is an error. Okay, the compiler will detect and prompt you that, hello, there's an error with your project. Fix it before you execute your code. So that one is the compiler error. So let's look at such an error in our project. So for example, let's let's declare first number here. Okay. Then let's have first number equal, let's say hi. Okay, so this one is a syntax error. The compiler is able to prompt us that, no, there's an error here, fix it before you execute your code. If you refuse to fix it and then you continue execute your code, your project will terminate abnormally, or your project will be forced to terminate. Okay, so now since this one, the compiler is able to tell us to fix it, then we classify this one as a compiler error. Let's look at a situation whereby we can use the compiler's suggestions to fix the error. For example, we can go ahead and then type 6 and we leave it. We are still having a syntax error here or compiler error here. But when you move the cursor here, it's telling us that expected semicolon. So we can use our suggestion here and then we've been able to fix our problem. So let's look at the other kind of error we can meet whilst we are writing C++ code. The next one is the logic error. The logic error, there's nothing wrong with your code, just that the output that the system might display on the console is different from what you were expecting. Okay, maybe at the back of your mind, you thought maybe you perform the right calculation, not knowing that you've done it the other way around. So for example, let's have two numbers here. Second number, okay. Then we can have int third number here equal first number plus second number here. Let's make it minus second number here. Okay. Then we go ahead and then give it 5, and then let's give this one 3. Okay. So let's go ahead and then execute our code. Okay. So with this, there's nothing wrong with our code. So the output is 2. Fine. But maybe when we were performing this calculation here, instead of doing this way, we did it the other way around. So we did it this. So we were expecting that the output will be 2. but we are having -2 here. So this one is more like a human error. Okay, so that's what we call a logic error. The output that the system displays is different from what we were expecting. So this one, we were committed this error and we need to fix it ourselves. Okay, so now let's look at the other error too. The other error that we might encounter is the runtime error. And with the runtime error, that's when you refuse to follow the right procedures. Okay, so for example, let's go ahead and then let's go ahead and then use one variable here. So first number equal this. So we can go ahead and then execute our code. And now this is an example of runtime error. Our project was forced to terminate abnormally. Okay, so we couldn't see the return status here. Okay, what we are seeing here is an error page on our console, and then it's telling us what needed to be fixed here. So let's go ahead and then um, fix it, so we can have it 6 here, and then we are good to go. So when you look at the runtime error, at times we can guess. Okay, at times we can guess that this code might lead us to a runtime error. For example, when you are accepting an input from the user and you are accepting only integer from the user, and then the user is entering string. Okay, so these are some of the situations that might lead us to a runtime error. Those instances, since we can guess, we can fix it, okay, and prevent ourselves from entering into those errors. Okay, so we'll be looking at how we can fix those errors that, or some of the errors that we cannot see. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing in our next video. Okay, so now I believe we've been able to tackle the 3 kinds of errors in computer programming. That's the syntax error, logic error, and then runtime error. In case you have any question, you can leave it at the comment section. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, please kindly subscribe. See you in our next video. Bye bye.